They open with The Lovers. It's a simple stage set. A bed just wide enough to suggest it serves marriage, not sleep. A vase with dried flowers, a garland on the wall. The bed is freshly made. In the air, drifting on stage from behind the curtain, Meister Lucas's ghostly countertenor. A wedding strain. It is enough to set the scene, the faint noise of guests leaving in the background. The groom enters first. He is dressed in peasant finery, clean, God-fearing, and shabby. A young man, inexperienced and handsome. 2 steps, and he is at the bed. He stops before it, watches it as though it were a dog in a cage. Sleeping, liable to wake. The groom sits down on the starched sheet, keeping his weight in his thighs so that only his buttocks brush the pert white linen. Again that long, suspicious look down the length of the bed, nervous and fretting. Then, for a moment as fleeting as a sneeze, some other note enters his gaze, and one hand spreads on the pillow to a 5-pointed star. And all at once, the smoke is there. It jumps from his mouth and hangs an inch off his chin. In the cone of light of a well-focused lamp, hangs frothy, insubstantial, many-limbed, alive. The groom sees it, claws at it, wishes to shove it back down his throat, leaps up aghast, inspects the linen, and finds he has made a single crescent mark, a 1/4 buttock of soot. His fingers trace it as they would a scar. Then she is on stage, the bride. The audience have not seen her come on, transfixed as they are by the groom, and allowing the light to guide their focus. That light flickers out now, and a second comes alive, exquisitely timed, catches her wedding dress, and makes a home in its starched cotton. She glows with her virginity, downstage, astride a low stool, tucked in behind a tiny dresser. On it stands a disc of mirror no bigger than her palm. Oh, she is good tonight, so full of emotion that she's on the edge of smoke. The audience can sense it, can smell it on the air, yet so terrified, so very meek and shy, as to make all thought of smoke impossible. She shivers, tugs at her long, unadorned sleeves, crosses, uncrosses her legs. A murmur in the audience at this, a flicker of lust, disarmed by pity. Watches the little mirror. The stagehand has positioned it well. It reflects back upstage to a second mirror, tall and rectangular like a doorway. A fluorescent glow spreads from this second mirror, cold, electrical, transforming it into a gateway to a ghostly realm. The bride's inner self. It is hemmed by a plain black lacquered frame. Half the bride's face is visible on this cold slate, serving up her soul. 1 eye, 1 ear, a twist of braid, and half of her delicate mouth. And next to this half-face, the laws of optics contracting the stage and folding space into a single frame, stands the bed, still unlit, a white rectangle, soft and hazy in its outlines. In its midst, just visible like an inverted moon, is the crescent of soot, painted by her husband's buttock. The bride rises, gets her dress tangled in the stool. It falls, impossibly loud, accentuated by an offstage cymbal. At the sound, the lights go up, and her husband steps out of the shadows. They link hands, bride and groom. It feels daring in the sudden blaze of light. They smile. A sigh goes through the audience, of goodwill and relief. The two love each other. All is well. But for all their love, the bed stands unmoved, unwelcoming, burdens them with its suggestion, expects them, lily-white, for an act that cannot but douse them in sin.